That's a good boy.
Dude, he's bigger than you.
Zeus, bro.
Alright guys, before we jump into this video, I have to break down something so critical that I'm realizing while watching this footage could help so many of you guys, whether you're beginners or professional surfers, and that is leaders. It's the most critical thing that I found over the years in surfing, and it's basically just how much your board floats. It's the amount of foam that takes up your surfboard. And an 8-foot surfboard might have 100 liters, while a 6-foot shortboard might have 30-ish. And when I first started, I went and bought a board with the same amount of liters that professional surfers surfing perfect, steep, powerful waves were. And if you're not on tour and you're not traveling the world surfing the best waves, then you're probably gonna be like me and a lot of times surfing mushy, just kind of weak, not a lot of power waves. And if you're tired or you're exhausted, there is a million reasons why you should surf a foamy or some type of 7 or 8 foot board with a lot of liters. Or if you're obsessed with shortboarding like I am, even something fatter, fish style, something wide and thick when the waves are not actually high performance. And when I went out for this session that we're looking at right now, is just perfect evidence of trying to keep it alive on a wave that's not that powerful, that's not that steep. And by the time you do get to hit a section, it just feels weak. Or if you do get up, you're late because you couldn't make the section around it, or you can't even get into the wave. The foamy allows you to legitimately pop up and surf a wave that hasn't even broken yet, or that almost will never break. There is so many good clips that I have of surfing insane waves where it just almost isn't even breaking and the wave is almost head high. But if it's just a deep spot, then my tip for you guys is just man up. Don't listen to what people say. Don't listen to things like people trying to call you a kook, when realistically the only people that are kooks are, 1, people who call other people kooks, and 2, people who aren't stoking or having fun in the lineup. And if you're surfing and you're dreaming and you're stoking and you're catching waves, then you're absolutely not a kook. You're a legend and you're scoring and you're having fun, and that's what the sport is all about. So you guys are about to watch a little montage here of me basically getting off of my step up, which has like 2 liters more than my shortboard, and realizing that I need to go grab the 8-foot foamy, which has like 40 liters more than all of my shortboards, and me and Daly just trading back and forth, having the sickest, funnest session on some honestly pretty sizey waves that just wouldn't be as fun to surf if we were on the shortboard. So hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you in a minute here. All right, so as you can see, the stoke on the 7-foot and the 8-foot foamy is unmatched, but there are some cons, and there's ways to kind of get through the whitewash when it's coming at you and you're trying to make it back out into the lineup, which one way is kind of sitting on the tail like I do and throwing my board over it, or you can do the turtle shell. But the biggest thing, the biggest tip that I have would say just whatever happens, as soon as the wave subsides and you breach the surface, just get that board and get on it and get paddling and make as much ground as you can before the next wave comes, because sometimes it's nice to just stay calm and collected, but if you can actually put extra power in and make it over that set wave, that's going to then allow you to be far enough to where you're not letting waves break on you, then that little extra effort is actually going to save you a lot of effort in the long run. And just some other reasons why I would say that surfing a board with more leaders is crucial for beginners is that I'm not going to name names, but I've had dozens of professional snowboarders, Olympic athlete snowboarders down to visit me in Mexico, and over the years, there hasn't been one that has just wanted to jump right on a shortboard and get into it, but every time that they do, they end up having to get out of the water after 30 minutes of being totally exhausted, going and getting a foam board later, and then being able to paddle out. And the reason that that is because it's not about the surfing so much as it is of the upper body endurance and paddling, positioning, and wave reading. And that just takes a lot of time being in the water. So for your first month or two, if you hop on a board that's 8 feet, you'll have so much forgiveness. And while it's a little bit tougher to get out there, you can also get out there way faster. You paddle harder, so you don't have to have the crazy endurance. And it's so much more forgiving when you pop up and you're not in the middle of the board, or you're not in the perfect positioning to where you're on the left or right side of the rail. Your board doesn't flip over, and it just lets you have so much more fun. And there's nothing more critical than having fun in surfing. And when the wave isn't really breaking, or it's mushy and you're exhausted and you just want to go out there and have fun, grab a 7, grab an 8, grab a Wave Bandit, Ben Gravy, support the boy for just bringing this to fruition and bringing this to realization. This man has been getting barreled on every type of foam board that you could ever imagine, and it just shows that you can have good time on a foamy, you can have fun, and you can get gnarly with it too. So here's another montage of the second day of us ripping the 7s and the 8s. It didn't really get much smaller, and I will see you for one more breakdown after this session.
What do you mean? That's like a teacup question. Where should I go? Go where Casey is.
He likes to be around the rocks, and he's gnarly.
Wow. Oh gosh, he looks scared.
All right, so your final breakdown is the most amazing thing that we could ever announce. This is coming to you live from C-Dub in the future. We're back in Truckee in Tahoe here at my house, and I have been putting off these orders on my big cartel for 2 months, and I just need to say sorry, and I need to say thank you guys so much. So many of you guys understand, and you send me messages saying, I know you're on the road, I know you're in Mexico, I put an order in, just let me know if it didn't come or if I need to do something else, and I hit you guys with a reply, let you know that I'm gonna be sending it back as soon as possible, and I'm going to give an update of everybody that I told I was going to send anything, whether it was just a DM or an order or somebody in person or stickers. If your name is not in this list right here and you haven't gotten something, then reach out to me and I will dial you in. But here we go. Rocco Pierce, Isaiah Fine, my dog, Christopher Muser, William O'Rourke, Greg Poloni, Jordan Cantley, Peter Foote, Connor Moriarty, Jason Evangelista, Sean Barnes, Brenda Stab, Lisa Jong, Jamie Lemus, Ray Velez, Ethan Thompson, Alberto DeCiccio, Michael Henneman, Cody Ime, Jeffrey Goo, and another Cody Ime, Trenton Kane, Hyperflex Wetsuits, Robert Baldo, Nathan Bartay, Josh Grant, John Yoder, Christopher Grunwald, Michael Ramirez, David Granches, Ryan Teal, Jorn Reber, Nijon Keepit, Vinicius Fritas, and Kevin Orthner. I am sorry for just botching some of those, absolutely just deteriorating some of those names. But the last and final shout out that I have to give is to a patron member, a new supporter, because you guys are the ones who keep this whole dream going, and that is Erica Kopman. The last thing I have to say is that we have some Overstock stickers. I will bring them up right here, available. We don't have that many, but Daily had a package of them, and we figured if you guys are trying to support with some gas money on this trip and all the work that we've been putting in and all the time that I've been putting in on these edits, we are still like 2 weeks behind, but I'm almost caught up somehow. Then Casey-Willax.bigcartel.com order them this week and I will be shipping them all out within the next few days myself, so we won't have to be lagging. I appreciate everything. I hope this video helped you guys out so much if you're beginner surfers like I was, and you can get yourself on a bigger board so you can have more fun. I'm just trying to give back to you guys, bring the stoke. Don't forget the Discord. There is a surfing section in the Discord. I will leave all of that stuff in this video description, where you guys can link up through messages or videos or whatnot. I jump in there from time to time, give people tips on their surfing stuff, but you guys can find people in certain areas and link up, and I'm just trying to build this community of legends where we can reach out to each other, we can get help, and we can give help when we have it and when we need it. So thank you guys. Help somebody out today for the love, for the stoke, for the dream, for the catching up on merch stoke. Whew. See you in the next one.
Yeah. No, I have been here for too long.
What's good, baby? How you doing, dog?